How you doing? This is Joe from Custom Lightz. Today we're installing a single Xenon plug-and-play wiring harness. So here's the single Xenon plug-and-play wiring harness. It has 5 plugs that need to be connected, 2 of which will go to each ballast, driver side and passenger side. And then we have 2 more that goes to the battery, the ground wire which goes to the ground or the negative terminal, and the positive which goes to the red or the positive terminal. And lastly, the 5th is the signal wire that will plug into the low beam position, and it will tell the relay system whether the headlights are on or off. The way the system works is that instead of pulling all the power through the stock factory wiring harness, the relay allows you to pull power directly from the battery to your ballast. There are basically 3 reasons why you should go ahead and get a plug-and-play wiring harness. For one, it's plug-and-play. Everything connects to each other and it makes installation so much easier. Second reason is that it has a relay which actually allows you to provide a balance with the most amount of power directly from the battery instead of pulling all that through the factory harness, which is also safer. And thirdly, it comes with an inline fuse in the event that there is a spike, that you don't pop something along the main harness, but rather a 10-cent fuse. So right now we have, once again, everything hooked up, and the moment I would normally turn on the low beams, which sends a signal to the relay to pull power from the battery, we should see the bulb ignite. Sometimes the generic plug-and-play wiring harness may not be long enough to reach the ballast on the other side away from the battery, or the signal wire is too short and you need to extend it. In other times, you may actually use a different ballast. Instead of a 9006 plug ballast, you may end up using, in this case we're using a Matsushita Generation 3 ballast that has a completely different power and ground plug. So in either event, you need to cut and splice and resolder either more wire or a different plug. So what I did here is went ahead and cut off the plug for the 9006 ballast, and we're now going to solder on a Matsushita plug. Sometimes the color varies, but black is always ground. You can either heat shrink or use electrical tape, but you have to make sure that these the wires are not exposed and well insulated. Okay, so here we have everything installed. We got the ground connected to the negative terminal. We have the power connected. You can actually see the inline fuse here. You can even see the relay located back here. And then over here we actually have the signal wire that will sense whether the headlights are on and off. And next we're going to turn everything on to make sure everything is working.